know what I'm doing. Hi everyone, Aaron McGuire here, and welcome back to another episode of Aaron's About a Week or Two Late Reviewing a New Movie. And in today's episode, we'll be talking about Earwig and the Witch, which is the new movie directed by Goro Miyazaki. But before we get started with that, I do want to say a quick thank you to all of the new subscribers to the channel, and all of you who watched and shared and left comments for the Puppet History video that I did. Thank you to those of you who watched the video, and thank you to those who subscribed to the channel. I hope you stay. But anyway, I'll be talking about the new Studio Ghibli movie, Earwig and the Witch, which was directed by Goro Miyazaki, who is Hayao Miyazaki's son. Someone who I've always just rooted for, deep down inside, just hoping that he finds his identity as a filmmaker. And this poor man has the impossible task of making movies where he has his father's giant shadow just looming over him at all times. He has these massive shoes to fill, which he's never really filled before, most infamously with Tales from Earthsea, where Hayao Miyazaki walked out halfway through. And with Earwig and the Witch, it is clear that he's not trying to make a traditional Studio Ghibli movie. He's just trying to make a fun kids movie. This is very clear from the tone of the movie, but it's also clear from just him staying away from 2D animation and instead doing a 3D animated film instead. And it's such a shame, actually, that this movie came out after Lupin the Third the First. The 3D animation in Earwig and the Witch would probably be a lot more special if the Lupin movie didn't already come out, because the animation in the Lupin the Third movie is so much better in like every way, as far as the animation, the fluidity, the expressiveness of the animation, the textures. Oh my god, the textures are so good, so clean, so perfect. And compared to the Lupin the Third movie, Earwig and the Witch is almost kind of ugly. Something that stuck out to me is there's no motion blur and there's no smear frames, so a lot of the animation feels a bit rigid. Admittedly, the backgrounds do look really nice and quite beautiful, some of the shots, but there's just these really plastic textures for all the characters. The cat in particular, it doesn't have any like individual hairs of fur. He's just like this gray mass that's shaped like a cat. And there were even moments in this where I was getting flashbacks to like Scary Godmother. It doesn't look quite that bad, obviously. It's definitely a lot better than how the animation in that movie looks, but I was getting some flashbacks to it, especially because it is a movie with magic in it. The Mandrake in Earwig and the Witch kind of looks like the vampires from Scary Godmother. Again, it's not terrible animation, but it certainly looks a few notches down from like the Lupin the Third movie. But even besides the animation, I was not a huge fan of the tone. There's like this rock and roll aesthetic to the movie that it's very insistent on, that it's more fun and more energetic than it actually is. But this movie's really just lacking in style. It doesn't feel like a really fun movie. It just feels kind of plain. But even if this movie had amazing animation, like this breathtaking animation, which it doesn't, but if it did, it still just doesn't have a very good story or characters. There's no arc, there's no stakes, there's no character motivation. It's very inconsequential. And I hate to compare this movie with other Studio Ghibli movies because I know it's not trying to be kind of like this atmospheric masterpiece like those, but even in those movies where there's nothing happening, there's no like character development or character motivation, it's just scenes of people just kind of chilling. I'm thinking back to like My Neighbor Totoro, where they just go to the house for the first time and they're just running around, or the scenes where they're just like going past the rice fields. There's nothing really happening, but there's this sense of wonderment and discovery, and there's so much atmosphere. You really just get like swept up and taken away by those scenes, even though you're not like super invested in what's happening, and you're just kind of enjoying the scenery with the characters, and you feel like you're discovering things from a child's point of view. Whereas with this movie, it doesn't feel like there's this sense of discovery, which is weird to say because the movie is very much focused on magic and producing spells, and there should be a lot of scenes where you're just kind of like taken away or amazed by the new things that you see. But it all just feels just very plain. It doesn't feel like you're really discovering anything new. It just is very matter of fact. And I'm wondering if this movie will play better to children, because obviously it's a kid's movie. It wasn't made necessarily for me to watch, but it didn't do anything for me. And Hayao Miyazaki has been great with making children's movies that do play really well for adults as well, but this movie just doesn't quite do that. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. I didn't get much out of it. It's like the definition of a 5 out of 10 movie. That's what I'm gonna give it. Yeah, I didn't have a terrible time watching it. It's just not anything that will stick with me, really. I was just kind of passive. It's a out of 10. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. And thank you for existing. You're all important. You're all loved. And I love you. Don't know what I'm going to be doing next. I kind of have a few ideas of what I want to do. If there's anything that you do want me to do, I'm always open to suggestions. I do take a look at all the comments, so definitely let me know. Thank you again for those who subscribed. Thank you for all of you who subscribed recently. I didn't expect to reach 150 subscribers so suddenly, but I do greatly appreciate it. I hope that you guys really enjoy any videos that I make in the future. Thank you to my friend Daichi for editing this video. I greatly appreciate it. You're an awesome friend. Yeah. I do want to shout out a store called Pop Killer who has this great t-shirt. It's a Torojira. It's a mix of Godzilla and Totoro, and I thought it would be a good shirt to wear for this video. Recommend checking them out because they're really cool. I like them a lot. Yeah. All right, I'm going to end the video now. Goodbye. Have a great day.